Welcome back, guys. We are doing a J Park reaction. It's called so I listened to a couple J Park songs on my own because he is too good, and I couldn't wait on doing the reactions. And I love this guy, I do, but his songs tend to be very hit or miss. Some songs I really like, and then some songs you're thinking to yourself, what the hell was he thinking releasing this? And I still don't understand why that happens. And he tends to release a lot of songs, and I like it if he slowed down and actually went for more quality over quantity. But that's just my opinion, because I do get disappointed when I see songs and I really like the artist, and then I have to call it trash, and that has happened quite a few times with J Park. I'm thinking, what the hell was he thinking releasing this? And one example is his new song called K-Town or something like that. Anyways, I know a lot of people who personally know J Park, so he is very close to my circles in back in Seoul, and everyone has very good things to say about him as a person and as an artist. They say that he's always hustling. He's always thinking about music. I'm always thinking about self-improving. And everything he does, there's a reason. And he's a very ambitious and motivated guy. And, he doesn't rest on his laurels, which is very common to do when you're in hip-hop in Korea. If you get a little bit famous, you start doing stupid stuff and just relaxing, spending money. But this guy, he has these grand ambitions, and he's delivering, and it's really respectable because he's done it on his own essentially, ever since he was kicked out from JYP. So he's built this on his own organically, more than anyone else that I know. I mean, he never had large sums of money to work with, no marketing budget. He had no backing from one of the big companies, and he just hustled, and he made it to the top, which is very respectable in my point of view. One thing that's interesting is a lot of people think, or it's been made official, that he was kicked out of his company because of the comments he made regarding Korea and rapping. But there were bigger reasons he got kicked out, and the biggest reason was there was some beef with JYP between J Park and him, and I think it was over a girl, actually. And there were some deep emotions running through between them, and it was packaged as because of that social media incident where he was being quoted as saying like Korea sucks or something like that, and that's the official reason. But there was a bigger reason, which nobody in the public really knows. If you think about it, getting kicked out because you said something like that really didn't make sense for me either, until I heard the explanation from my friends, which made much more sense, because JYP tends to get involved with ladies, and I'll just leave it at that. I haven't heard that about YG, but I've heard it about JYP. I've heard it about SM's Isuman. I've heard he gets that he dates pretty actively younger ladies. So take it as you will. I mean, these are rumors. I'm just conveying them. Don't freak out. I just heard it through the grapevine many times. I'm just telling you. And honestly, I don't care. It doesn't affect my views on people like JYP as a person because that's his private business. If he wants to date somebody younger or whoever, that's his business. So yeah, enough of me babbling. We are going into J-Park. Oh, I know why I wanted to react to this. This is a freestyle. It's called Freestyle on the radio show Sway in the Morning, which is quite an accomplishment here in the U.S. because this show is no joke. It's no joke. I think it's on Sirius Radio, and it's a straight up hip hop morning show. And a lot of top acts in hip hop in the U.S. Feature on it, and some people are terrible when they come on here. So I'm interested. You know who's really good? Who was really good? Childish Gambino when he freestyled on this show was amazing. It's going to be interesting to see if this is really freestyle or something that was pre-made. From J-Park. I hope it's pre-made actually. I don't care about the authenticity of freestyle because normally when people do that, people kind of get lost and do a terrible job freestyling. And there are very few people who are able to pull that off. So I wish he has something pre-made and then is using that on a fresh beat, whatever they provide him. So we'll find out. We'll find out right now. All right.
Valley of the Hyena.
Hyena.
Yeah. Sway in the morning. What? Check. Listen. Yeah. My bars from the stars, guardians of the galaxy. I only fear God, ain't no army harming me. I wanna be harder than Cardi B, up in a sauna be the Human Torch tanning with the mouth full of wasabi. From K-pop to Rock Nation, this shit's an anomaly. One of a kind, lyrics divine, but in all honesty, fuck modesty, I'm done being modest. Count me out, but look at my numbers, don't slumber, suckers, stop paying homage, right? What I say only makes sense. Listen, you can't clone the real, but I still manage to stay fresh. I own the shit, you only pay rent. I'm causing mayhem, slip with the K-dance. No trees, cause I'm paper chasing, the seat is vacant. I'm here to take my spot, calling Drizzy Drake. I see you at the top, I'm that motherfucking Asian man. No, sir, I ain't Jackie Chan. Stunting on these motherfuckers like my name is Gucci, man. If you don't know, you about to find out. Fake shit, never ever coming out of my mouth. Yeah. Northwest, never rest, yeah, I'm repping my town. Some of the homies with them things and let it go blad out. Look, I tell him chill, life is bigger than that. I teach game and change lives, the show is bigger than rap. We motivate the streets, helping me, they tipping they cap. Never met the little homie, but still send him a wreck. So he free to feed his family, what's realer than that? Not from the hood, I'm not a gangster, I'm not a killer at that. I'm just a man who wanna see a lot of winners, that's facts. I mean wherever I go, never put on a mask so you can stare me straight dead in my chinky eyes. Go with the flow kind of guy, but not afraid to swim against the tides. Never switching sides, the type of captain that'll sink with a ship. I sip my soldier, then I wave goodbye. But I'm Aquaman, I'm so wavy. Comfortable in the ocean, road is mine for the taking. Yeah, I got it covered like a tip with a pasty. Kicking heads like a fucking cocker spaniel that's chafing. Let them eat off my paper, wash the dishes myself. These rappers wishing for some followers, I'm wishing for health for my family and my loved ones. Get dollars by the lump sum, I'll never sell myself, short my legacy's wealth. They'll lie for the internet, die for the internet. Trapped like the internet, stuck like the instrument. Crooked cops roaming free and they jailing the innocent. Born in this country, but I'm feeling like an immigrant. So we gotta look out for one another. You're my brother, I don't care about your race or color. If they beating up on you, I'm feeling some type of way. So I make sure that we all good to live another day. I got compassion in my heart with the mind of a genius. The hustle of a street dude with the patience of Jesus. When I say it, I mean it, everything to me greenlit. So if it ain't about nothing, motherfucker, just keep it. Listen, some of these youngers need to put their pride aside, cause sometimes your ego is deadly as cyanide. Ain't nobody gotta die, you ain't gotta ride. Y'all both human beings, just ain't seeing eye to eye, that's it. Don't fall into the abyss, it's all a crock of shit. The system wanna break you down and get rid of your wit and grit. Wanna see you shackled up and living swimming in your piss and shit. Meanwhile, they're making stupid money and it's staying lit. These are my observations. I never go on vacation. Cause women be my temptation. I'm cooking, I need an apron. Assalamu alaikum to the heavens and earth. Say a prayer for my enemies, but never in church. Better is worse. I seen a lot of lonely millionaires. I seen a smile on an orphan. All this shit ain't fair. I can't fix the world, so I leave it in God's hands. Just know a little part of me will always care. Sway.
Very.
That's dope. Jay Park.
That's dope.
Jay Park.
Hey.
Wow. Say his name.
Jay Park.
Jay Park.
Park. Good job, good job, good job. All right. So I was going to comment that his rhymes are not that great in the beginning, but it was just him warming up to the second part. Or if you look at this in like 3 segments, the first segment was terrible. Well, it wasn't terrible. I mean, he was rhyming, he was good, but it wasn't hitting me. They were just essentially just rhymes for the sake of rhymes. The second part he was warming up, but the third part was just straight up fire, and it was starting to hit me in the heart. It really doesn't happen when you're listening to rap rhymes, freestyle. I mean, this guy was impressive. That was very impressive. You can tell definitely this was a written rap. And if you think about it, the way he was probably writing this, he was probably on the plane heading to New York or at home, just focused and dialed in on writing these rhymes. And probably in the beginning, he was just warming up. And then probably during maybe hour 3 or 4, he really got dialed in and was and focused. And that's when you can start really writing rhymes and fire like this, and he really got deep and honest and open, and that's what I appreciate at the end. I mean, those are I mean, he's not a gangster, not a killer at that, and things like that. Being honest is very respectful as a rapper when you don't have that facade like you're awesome, you're rich, you're successful, and all that bullshit, and you're just writing from the heart. That's when listeners can really feel you, and that's what happened at the latter half of that freestyle. In the beginning, he's saying, "I'm a badass, yeah. I got signed by Rock Nation." And it's just you really don't relate to those kind of stuff. But then the latter half, you feel it. You open your heart and you focus and you're listening to every word that he is spitting out, and that's when people start feeling you, and you get that connection with the music and the performer, and that's what I liked seeing about Jay Park. Again, he's a great person. He's been through a lot, and according to my best friend, who's met him a couple of times, he says when you meet Jay Park, you can feel that chip on the block he has, and it was, it's apparent that it was developed when he's going through that hardship of being kicked out and having, a whole country essentially turned their back on him. That must have been very crippling and a crushing time for him. He's probably like maybe 20 to 24, somewhere around there. Probably he's still young. He was probably like 20 when that happened, and that's gotta be. I couldn't imagine that happening to me. Having a whole country essentially cursing you, and you're disgraced, and you have to return to your homeland because there's nowhere for you to go in Korea. And then from there on, he he had to grow professionally. I mean, he wasn't the best rapper or singer or whatever. He gradually built himself, reinvented himself through practice and trial and error, and then now he is on the top of the Korean hip hop scene. I mean, everybody respects Jay Park as an artist if you're in hip hop in Korea. No doubt about it. I mean, he owns his label. He's a businessman and a performer, and he can do a lot of things. One thing I do see about him is he has a big weakness that you guys might not be able to catch, which is his raps in Korean are pretty basic, and it's due to his limited Korean skills. He's still not a perfect Korean speaker, and his vocabulary is limited. So when he tends to rhyme in Korean, it's very basic. Remember when I spoke about this with Be Free? Jay Park has some limits when he's writing in Korean, and I don't know how we can avoid that, but or get past that. But that is a big limitation as a Korean hip hop artist. But luckily, when he switches over to English, he starts spitting fire. So that's I think that was interesting for me as well. But all in all, he is tremendously talented. He's a great dancer, and certainly someone I am very proud of as a Korean American. As a Korean, first and foremost, I'm very proud that he is this talented and he is getting recognition stateside. But also as a Korean American, you know, he's one of us. You know, he knows. He knows who he is, and he always keeps it real. And he's representing Koreans and Korean Americans very well. And I tip my my hat off to him. Anyways, that's my reaction to Jay Park's freestyle, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry, this video was too long. I go everywhere nowadays. I'm getting too comfortable with my videos, so I'm just talking and rambling. But there's no. I tried to give you some little tidbits here and there that you probably wouldn't hear from anywhere else, and yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. Bye.